So hey, what's up guys, Riotbox here and welcome back to another episode of the MotoGP 20 career mode, and this time we're here for what is episode number 3 of season 5 with the factory Yamaha team, and we are getting a new engine upgrade in 2 weeks time. Let's make that a week now. So after the Jerez Grand Prix, so just in time for the Le Mans circuit, we will have a brand new engine part which will help us with some performance. I've also started development of a new frame part, and that's going to take 6 more weeks, so plodding along nicely. We've got a little bit of research coming in for frame as well, so yeah, let's just crack on. Got a little bit of admin to do here, but ooh, so this guy's S rated, so that's pretty good. I'm going to keep his contract there for now, and we might accept it later. But for now, let's head down to qualifying for the Jerez Grand Prix. We are in qualifying 2, then we've made it through by about half a second quicker than Morbidelli was in second place in Q1. So half a second quicker than Morbidelli. Hopefully we can carry this pace through into qualifying 2. Marquez currently the leader. I think he's set a 43.1 unless he's improved since I've come out of the pits. But we'll see. Let's see what this opening lap is like. I've got enough fuel for 2 quick laps. The tyres will be fine, and we've got enough time as well. So let's go for our first qualifying lap. So we're about half a second off, halfway through the lap, and Morbidelli hits the deck now. And it's a 43 flat that we've got to beat from Marquez. What is it? Still about half a second. Can we crawl back in the final sector? Come on, little Yamaha, we can do this. So then coming across the line, what's it going to be? 43.9, we're 8 tenths off. That's only good enough for P10. I'm going to have to put another lap in, and this is our last shot really at getting a front 2 row sort of start. We're only about a tenth off halfway through the lap this time, so proper nailing it on this second attempt. 3 tenths off in the third sector. Come on, just the final sector to go. Let's crawl back a bit of time if we can. Come on. Got one of the Ducatis to try and aim at here. Whoa. A little bit too much curb there on the inside, but braking for the final corner now. Whoa, stopping. It's not going to stop us though, and it's Dovi that we're trying to hunt down and aim for. Probably might pick up a bit of a distant toe, which might help. But anyway, coming across the line, it's going to be a... Whoa, look at that. 2 tenths quicker than Marquez, who broke into the 42s. We went down a little bit. We were about 3 tenths off, and then we went 3 tenths under. So, a good, solid qualifying performance from us. And the rain has carried through into the race, and we've got a problem. I've used up... I've used up my tyres. Let's go for these ones. The rear... Oh, we've got an extra rear, so that's fine. So the front... We're going to have to roll with a worn front, really. I'm not going for a medium on the front. Not a chance. I'm not going to overfuel the bike too much either, because it's wet conditions and it's not the sort of track where there's long straights. So, a few people have gone for mediums. I'm starting to think maybe I should have stuck a fresher tyre in the front, but it would have been too cold, I think. I'd have struggled getting up to temperature, really. But we'll see. We've got 6 laps ahead of us. This set of tyres has already had 1 lap on them. So, yeah. Let's see, shall we? See what sort of start we get next to the man himself, Marc Marquez, our championship rival at the minute. I'm running power mode 2 for the first sector or so. I'm not letting anyone disturb our rhythm, so I've gone very defensive on Alex Rins there on the Suzuki. Sort of trying to line up Marquez if we can, and let's see if we can get through on him. Hopefully the front tyre lasts. He's got medium front and rear, so see what his tyre performance is going to be like. He's struggling a bit with the rear there. You can see it getting all out of shape. It's allowing us to catch up, and we're on the outside there. I took my normal racing line. Look at him struggling. His medium tyre is going to take a bit of time to get up to temperature, so this is going to allow us to get alongside, but that Honda is just much quicker, and he's backed off in the braking zone. And I'm struggling with stopping, but we're through on Marquez, and Marc Marquez has hit the deck. Let's see. So riding on board then with Marc Marquez, you can see we're right behind him. And I just want to see what happened to him. You can see he really starts to pull away at the start of the lap. And we close up. Oh, look at him struggling, all out of shape. All out of shape, and we just go clean round the outside. He comes through, and here we go. You get the run alongside him. Where is he? Where are we? Oh, look at that side by side with the man himself. Then what happens on the brakes? We go quite deep on the brakes. We nail it though, stopping, and he just runs out wide. Oh, and he folds. He just folds out of nowhere. What a shame. So then, we find ourselves leading here. I didn't expect this. We've got our teammate behind by looks of things. I'm glad I didn't go for the medium tyres. I think that has cost Marquez because he was struggling. He just had no temperature in his tyres, and it is Rossi behind us and then Vinales. So factory Yamaha 1, 2, 3. The team will be happy with this. We've got a bit of a lead now over our teammate here. So the Yamaha in race conditions, full wet as well, rainy setup, seems to be the fastest bike on the grid. So the gap is 1.6 seconds back to Valentino. And I think it's Crutchlow with him. So Crutchlow's having a fantastic season in season 5 here for LCR Honda. He's in second place. No, he's in third place in the championship now, I think. But so is the factory Yamaha. They seem to have bought a pretty good bike this season. I'm liking it. Struggled at the first race at Qatar, but get a few more upgrades on it, and it seems to work for us. And we've got Valentino Rossi keeping us honest. Vinales is there as well. It's just about looking after our front tyre though, really. Crutchlow's through on Vinales. I suspect that Honda is going to be pretty quick, but Vinales gets him back. So let's see what the gap is as we're going to come across the line. Tyres are nice and cool, but don't want them to lose any more temperature really. What's the gap then? 45.3 from us. 1.9, and it is Crutchlow. Morbidelli's there, Quartararo's there, so Yamaha are absolutely dominating. This is good for us, because we're going to hopefully overtake Marquez in the championship. Well, that would be great. Marquez did this last season, but it was at Austin, Texas. We got the overtake on him, and then he just folded it. Well, no, actually, he didn't get the overtake on us last season. We were hunting him down, and then he just suddenly folded as you come onto the long back straight. So he folds under pressure, and possibly did the same thing today, which is good for us. We're going to get back at him in the championship, and we might leave for the first time this season, but we'll see. We've got another race to go after this one in this episode. We've got the Le Mans for the French Grand Prix. But we are pulling away from the guys behind, but I do need to keep an eye on that front tyre wear because it's already got a lap on it. We did a lap in Q1. That was my Q1 tyre. I had to do 2 sets. I had to go on 2 stints in Q1 because it was wet conditions. I had to go out right at the end again. So, but we're pulling away nicely. Feeling confident with the tyres as well. 3.3 seconds. It's going to be absolute domination here at Jerez, I think. Just get our head down and get the win, get the points while Marquez is down. Beat him while he's down. 44.4 from us there. 3.6 is the gap. Rossi still in second place, so is Vinales. 5-second lead, and we've still got 2 laps to go in this race. I think Vinales is behind now. I think I saw him get the overtake done on Valentino Rossi, but we're absolutely dominating here. The bike, this Yamaha is so stable. It's such a stable bike. Absolutely no wheel spin. Nice and stable, no twitching. The only thing I get is a little bit of stopping and a little bit of wheeling, but I'd rather that. Look how quickly we're going now. This is ridiculous. This is such a quick bike in the wet. I will take that, and it is Vinales behind. And you can see Vinales is pulling away from Valentino now, and we're going to have to watch out for that. But definitely Yamaha seeing that they have the fastest bike in the wet, through the corners at least, but you could see the Honda of Marquez was a lot quicker in the straights. So we're lucky Marquez hit the deck, or else we'd be in quite a dogfight with him, I think, right now. But we'll take it as it comes. Pulling out gradually still from Vinales, who seems to have upped the pace over Valentino. But we've just got to bring the bike home now. Danilo Petrucci hitting the deck. Not good for Ducati. The bike feels like it's on rails, and Crutchlow's getting the job done on Rossi. Rossi getting him back. They're in a bit of a battle right now, but the bike feels like it's on rails. 43.3. That has to be another fast lap of the race, and it is. Oh, this bike is. It's like I'm just on a train track. But Marquez makes his way back into P12. I assume that is Alex Marquez, though. I mean, it would be interesting to see if it's Marc Marquez or whether Marc Marquez actually just DNF'd. Whether he could pick the bike up again and carry on, I don't really know what happened to him, but we'll find out soon enough. Absolute domination here in Jerez. And they get a little bit of a stoppy there into the final corner, but absolute domination, picking up where we left off out in Argentina. And we're going to bring home the win before anyone comes around the final corner. Lovely, lovely stuff. Just what we need to get our championship back on track. And where is Marc Marquez? Wow. He DNF'd. So that puts us at the top of the Riders' Championship. Yet again, a crash from Marc Marquez lets him down. So that puts us on top, and it probably puts us on top. Yeah, look at that. Petronas Yamaha in second as well. This Season 5 is being dominated by Yamaha, and we're joint top in the Constructors. So we are bringing glory back to Yamaha, but we're only 4 rounds in, so we can't speak too soon. So let's head out to Le Mans then and see where what we will do. Will Marquez bounce back? We'll have to find out. So we're struggling here in Q1. This is not good at all. Just 0.3 off of Petrucci's time, but it's only Q1. See what this lap time is. We might have to go for a third lap. 0.3 off. It's enough for P2 at the minute, but I'm going to have to go for another one just to try and secure Q2, I think. We're on the final corner then in Q1. It's been pretty tight. We've been demoted to 4th, but can we bring it back up? Oh, P2 again, but we're still 0.6 off, and I haven't got the fuel to go any further. Oh man, please get in. Oh, we scraped the barrel. We're into Q2. Wow. Whew, that's worrying me. That is worrying. So we're going to have to go for the same thing. I think we're going to have to go for just a 3-lap stint at the end of Q2. But we scrape in. That is concerning after the good pace we had in the full wet conditions. But it seemed to be more in the race anyway, that we dominated. But it's going to be a dry race here. So anyway, going to have to go for some new soft tyres. Going to fuel the bike for 3 laps. And I'm just going to go out right at the end when the track's the driest. And hopefully out of those 3 laps, we'll do pretty well again. Got to aim for at least the 2nd row, I think. That's what I'm going to go for. So let's go out then. So Q2 then. We don't usually record Q1, but it was quite intense. So there you go. You got a sneak peek of us struggling here. We have a new engine upgrade as well on the bike, so hopefully that will help us. But we'll probably notice that more at the top end speed than anything else. So then it's really starting to dry up here. So let's see what we can do on the opening lap of Q2. So end of lap number 1, we're about 0.8 off of Valentino Rossi. 2nd off in the end. So we've got to build up the pace on these next 2 laps. Coming out the final corner then, we've been a little bit closer on this lap. What's the time going to be? Just 0.2 of a second off of Valentino Rossi. Can we do something on this last lap? Oh. Nope. That is the answer to that. We fold on the end. Got a little bit of a corner cut. I just got ahead of myself. Flick it over the curb and down we go. But it is the Petronas Yamahas that beat us. Again, Yamaha doing very well. Apart from Vinales, only in P9, who was struggling a little bit. So it seems like if you can make the Yamaha work, you can get the pace out of it. If you can't, you can't. So this time round, we were struggling at the start, but we did manage to get it in the end. But for Vinales, it wasn't meant to be. I'm going to go medium, and I'm going to go full tank of fuel. Palmo 2 to help us along a bit. What is the track temperature actually? You know what? I might get away with a soft front. Yeah, let's do it. Soft front, medium rear. Let's go for it. We've got to go all out here. We're ahead of Marc Marquez in the championship. We've gone for the same tyres as Marquez and the same as Quartararo. So we usually get a tough start, but we bring it back in the later laps. Seems to be a characteristic of Vinales and the Yamaha. So it seems like the Yamaha is a good bike, very stable, but depending on the rider, different things happen. But let's see then, off of the line. There is Marquez. What can we do? Valentino Rossi gets a pretty good start. I'm getting a little bit of wheeling, and that's cost us a bit of time. And look at the Ducati and the Honda flying up at the dry start here. Trying to get alongside, and Crutchlow comes down. Oh, who's down? Jack Miller's down. Vinales is coming up the order pretty well too. And getting a bit out of shape there as we change direction and get a little bit of a stop here, and that allows Vinales back through. Got the Suzuki of Rins on the right of us too. Got to watch out for him. And it is Valentino Rossi that leads from pole position. Dovi made a good start. Marquez made a good start. So use a bit of power mode 2 down here, and look at Vinales attacking Morbidelli. I'm going to cover off Rins here, and we're late on the brakes. Into turn 9 and 10. We run a bit deep. That's cost us, and we've checked up a little bit on Rins, who's fallen back a few positions now. So Vinales is through on Morbidelli. I've got to try and get through on Morbidelli if I can pretty soon, because I don't want these front guys to run away, or else we might lose our lead in the championship. Very narrow lead at the minute, but we're going for it up the inside of Morbidelli. Here we go, job done. Block him off. Oh, he's trying it back up the inside. Flick it into power mode 2. Use this new engine if we can to try and pull away from Morbidelli. He's still there. Of course, qualifying was wet, so we're used to the wet conditions here, but we should adjust pretty quickly to these dry conditions. We should find there's more grip out here, obviously, but it's whether we can make the bike work in the dry as well as in the wet. You can tell that obviously the Petronas bikes on the Yamahas weren't quick in the wet, and then the dry they've fallen back a bit, so it's just a characteristic of this Yamaha. Good in the wet, which I will take, but in the dry the Hondas and Ducatis come back at us, so we've got to watch out for that. Let's see if we can pick off these two. Whoa, not if I do that. Definitely not if we do that. Got Mir behind on the Suzuki. Let's see if we can nail turn 9 and 10 this time round, which we do. In the dry with the Yamaha, I'm finding it's not as agile as I'd have liked. It doesn't change direction as quick as I'd like, so that's just one area of the bike which I'm struggling with. Maybe bike setup would help with that too. But I think we've nailed the tyre choice here at Le Mans, which is good. Got a 7-lap race here. Rossi with a 33.4. What do we do? 33.6. So we're on that pace. We're there or thereabouts with the pace, which is good. Crutchlow's closing down Marquez and Dovi as well, which is good. So Vinales is bringing us up to the back of these guys. Rossi still leads, running away with it a bit today. Rossi's having a good season. He really is having a good season. See what we can do. Obviously we need a podium to keep gaining rep. We might struggle with that one today. Look at them, they're really bunching up now. I'm going to go for power mode 2 a little bit, just to see if I can close the gap. But Crutchlow looks to be lining up Marquez here. And Dovi falling back from the doctor. The Yamaha working well for Rossi. We're just 8 tenths off of Vinales. 33.8 from us. Look at this pack here. Marquez is through on Dovi. Dovi's pace on the Yamaha is lacking, and Crutchlow's made an error there. And Vinales is through on Crutchlow. This has allowed us to catch up to the back of these guys here. This could be an interesting end to the race. 5 men chasing down second place. And even first place, really. Oh, look at them all checking up wide. Holding our line nicely. Front tyre's getting a bit hot. We're going for it around the outside. I've just found the gap following Vinales. Dovi's going to come back up the inside. Crutchlow's trying it as well. Come on. We got the legs on him, surely. Unfortunately, we're stuck on the outside on the brakes into turn 9, but we get the job done around the outside of Dovizioso into the chicane. And now Vinales is next. Oh, I thought we were going to go for it there. 3 laps to go after this one. And Marquez has closed up to the back of Valentino Rossi. Come on, Rossi. Do it for Yamaha. Let's beat Marquez. But look, he's in an absolute sandwich of Yamahas. 32.9 from the Honda man. He's going for it now. I think Rossi's going to come under attack. I think Dovi was holding him back, but it's probably allowed him to save his tyres a bit, Marquez. So we're so close to Vinales here. Come on. Let's get him. Half a second back. Absolutely loads of fuel on board. Let's get some of this fuel gone, shall we? Power mode 2. Front tyres looking a little bit hot. But it's still working well for us. The rear's looking absolutely fine. Can we get Maverick Vinales? We're coming from a long way back into turn 11. Lift him up a little bit side by side with our teammate. He's got the inside line, but we should get the inside for the next corner, the penultimate corner. Chuck it up the inside still. Run a bit deep. Oh, he's got the switchback. Lovely stuff from Maverick Vinales here. And we squeeze him and we get the job done on acceleration. 32.8 from Marquez now. He's still behind Valentino. I fully expect him to get the job done any minute now. And for us, it's just about keeping Vinales at bay. And looking after our tyres. Just bringing the bike home now. We don't think we're going to get Marquez. Whoa! Don't think we're going to get Marquez or Rossi. Don't even know what lap time that was. But I can't see us being able to close down these two. Not yet, anyway. So we should be able to go power mode 2 to the end now. Rossi still leads. 33.2 from us. Marquez still sat behind. We've got Vinales to worry about on this final lap though. So we just got to keep up the pace. Don't let the throttle go. And whoa, don't make any mistakes. Run a bit hot into turn 3 and 4. Get away with it. Vinales right on the back of us though. We've got a front row seat of the battle ahead. But Vinales, oh, he's putting on the pressure again. Our front tyres seen better days. Look at it in the bottom right. Whoa! We drifted up wide. At least that got rid of Vinales. Well, not for long. He's going to come back at us. But look at the front tyres. Definitely seen better days. We've dropped off half a second from that attack from Vinales. But just bring it home now. Last 2 sectors to go. Nice bit of power mode 2 down this straight just to keep him at bay. Braking into turn 9 and 10. Chuck the bike in. Hit those apexes, lovely. Bit wide on exit, bit unstable as well. 2.7 seconds off of the guys up the road, and I've run it deep again. Just not got the grip that I once had from the front tyre, but it's okay. Looks like Yamaha are going to get the win in the form of Valentino Rossi. Then it's going to be Marquez, and then it will be ourselves here, and then Vinales right behind us, and then it looks like, was it Mir on the Suzuki there in 5th, or was it Rins? But anyway, a good result for Yamaha. It was Mir. Crutchlow and Dovi just fell off completely, but Rossi was able to react to the pace of Marquez at the end there. But Rossi managed to get an extra 4/10 out of that M1 Yamaha, so putting us to shame. We lead over Marquez still by 3 points, and Rossi climbs into 3rd place in the championship. Vinales is into 4th as well, and Crutchlow and Fabio Quartararo drop down into 5th and 6th. So all very tight here in the championship. Should be an interesting season. Next time we'll be heading out to the Italian Grand Prix, and we'll be heading back to Spain for the Catalan GP. So that's been it for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, share it around with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe for more. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.